All right, so we're running a little short on time, so we'll jump right to the next presenter, Theo. If you want to come up here, Theo. And this is a picture. He actually visited the Bitcoin Embassy last Wednesday. So, like I said, I encourage everyone to come up here. Funny part is I actually interacted with this guy before I met him in person. We were both on, I guess you would call it like a funny show called Bitcoin Card Talk. Short Bitcoin films called Bitcoin Card Talk. Anyways, Theo is known by many as a professional meme creator, as a lyrical genius, as an eyesore. He's known for everything, right? So, coming all the way from Germany, actually, just for this meetup, which happens to be also where his family lives, and he might just be visiting them too. Who knows? Give a warm welcome to Theo Goodman. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll let here we got Tiran. Tiran is loading my presentation using the blockchain here. Mr. Tidwell, thank you for coming today. I'm going to talk about, now my presentation has to load. What do we need this for? Anybody? Immutability. Okay, yeah, but what do people, blockchain, Bitcoin, what do people use it for? People use Bitcoin for dark markets, right, dark markets, drugs, right? They use it for illegal things. They use it for financial sovereignty. What does that mean? That means that you can do whatever you want with your money. The government can't take it from you. You can send it to whoever you want, anywhere on earth, wherever, anytime, 24/7, right? That's what they use it for. What else do people use blockchain for? What? Haircuts, commerce. That is true. I want that to grow too. It's low, but guys like you know, they're the front runners in this. They're the people that are making that happen. So to buy stuff, and like I said, you save on fees. So there's some regulatory arbitrage. There's a little bit of arbitrage of getting around fees, right? You're always getting around something, right? But there's also a lot of hype with blockchain, right? Or no hype? What do you think? A little bit of hype, a little bit, maybe. And a lot of the hype is like, oh yeah, we're gonna use this for supply chain management. Oh yeah, we're gonna use this for self-driving cars. Oh, we're gonna use this for, I don't know, whatever we're gonna save the world with blockchain and my private blockchain, and I'm gonna put my private blockchain on top of my public one, and we're gonna hash everything, and everything is gonna solve the world, and we're gonna use Tiran, and we're gonna call it by the right name, and we're gonna blockchain everything. Look, so another thing that you'll be surprised blockchain is being used for already now is artwork, memes, comics, and all that stuff. You'd be really surprised how much it's being used. So my talk today is actually about the tokenization of art and memes, GIFs, cool, funny things like that. Okay, so how did this all start? So what you're seeing now, maybe you've seen this frog somewhere on the internet or a variation of it. That's called Pepe the Frog. Okay, it's a meme. And back in the day, in the dark ages of blockchain in 2017, it was so long ago, I gotta get the blockchain going here. Back in 2016, in the summer, this started where people made rare Pepe tokens on the Bitcoin blockchain. So a token you might know from ICOs. A token is kind of like a cryptocurrency, but it's on top of a cryptocurrency. So you don't have to have miners and all that. You just piggyback on another cryptocurrency and you make your own money basically. Okay, so we can get into technicals. Don't worry about the technical stuff so much right now. And people said, okay, I'm gonna make this frog, I'm gonna make my artwork, I'm gonna make 100 of them, and I'm gonna sell only 100 of them, and it's limited edition. And these are some examples of those that were made. How did this start? Well, it started in the messenger app Telegram, where people just talk all day. And if you're into crypto, you gotta get Telegram, because everybody's talking on Telegram all day. Right? We were talking, and actually we were making fun of another project that already had art tokens. but their marketing was off the hook and too aggressive. And every day they busted up in our Telegram and they posted their press releases. We're like, what the hell is this? I'm gonna make my own version of this thing. And then one day somebody did. They just made their own version of it and it was a joke. And they said, this is what they said. They said, hey guys, I made some Rare Pepe cards and I have the associated assets with them. Maybe one day they'll be worth millions. I'll give you shitcoin cards to the first 15 people that enter this room and paste their counterparty address. So if the first 15 people that enter the room, they get a free card. They get the token. You post, it's like it's a Bitcoin address. You post your Bitcoin address and you get the token. And that's how this whole thing started with Rare Pepe. And it blew up. And I was a co-founder. I didn't think of it, but I was a co-founder, and we had people submitting their artwork to us to be added to something called the directory, the Rare Pepe directory. And then we automated the process all in Telegram. And then, like I said, it was such a long time ago, back in the dark ages of blockchain in late 2016, and we had to have an end to the song. All songs end on a high note. I mean, all good songs end on a high note, right? I mean, you should end when you have people's attention, right? Not just end and it goes on forever like a jam band or something. You don't want all that. You don't want that. So what we did is we have the scientists, the Rare Pepe scientists, we have validated over 1,800 Rare Pepes. So in between 2016 and 2018, there's 1,800 different tokens that we've put in the Rare Pepe directory, rarepepedirectory.com. Don't worry, at the end, I'll show you the address. You can check out the artwork and those that we have validated as dank. Okay, so Theo, that sounds all fun and stuff. That's just silly stuff. Okay, let's check out some of these headlines. Let's check this out. So, this guy lives on a yacht he bought with money he made selling Pepe Cash. Pepe Cash was one of those tokens. That is a real guy in Canada. That's Marty. See this thing? That's Homer Pepe. That sold for $30,000 at an auction in New York, and it's a copy of one. It's a limited edition. See this weird thing in the middle? That's a special crypto kitty. I don't want to get into the technicals about what is so special about that one, but it sold for over $140,000 in Ethereum at an auction in New York also. So that's a substantial amount of money. That's one token for each of those ones. So it's an issue of one, and it's a digital picture that goes with it. So that's a significant amount of money that's being spent. These are just some examples. It's really hard to get a whole market cap on these kind of digital art that's going on right now. But this is just some examples to show you this is serious. It's not a joke. People are really throwing a lot of money into it. Artists are taking a lot of time into it. And artists are really thinking, hey, this is how I can not be a starving artist anymore. I could really do this maybe. Maybe this is the way. All right, let's check this out. So, here are some pictures of what happened in New York. There was, earlier this year, I think it was January this year, there was a conference in New York, and it was called Rare.af, rare as fuck. And this is, and of course, since it was called that, I had to go there, of course, right? So you can look it up. I'm not joking. Rare.af. I'm not joking, okay? This is one of the Rare Pepe cards, DJ Pepe. So what's important about DJ Pepe is experimenting on how you could also use music with this. Because if you own a DJ Pepe card, you go to the Rare Pepe wallet and you click it and it flips over and you get special access to songs. But that's not all. Here is a picture of the first ever blockchain meme to make a physical appearance on a live panel. There he is. There's DJ Pepe. He was on a panel in New York, and they asked him questions live. They said, hey, DJ Pepe, how do you feel about being the first internet meme to be on a live panel? And DJ Pepe would answer. Of course, it was a guy in the audience with a microphone. But still, it was a good representation of the first internet meme that has a token that was live on a real panel. And up here was some of the other auctions that were going on some of the other cards. And there is the legendary Homer Pepe. Here it is, when it was sold for $30,000. And if you don't believe me, you can look it up on Google. Here's the results. Homer Pepe auction. Okay, more pictures. And of course, I had to take a picture with DJ Pepe because it's important. Okay, so what's going on here? Okay, so yeah, that's all fun. Now we got to get to more serious stuff, technical stuff. It's all technical now. You know, yeah, they sold the crypto kitties and the blockchain and all this stuff. Do we really need it? What's up with that? What are the pros and cons? Okay, let's check out some things that could happen. So, smart contracts. It's complicated. It's complicated. People put the relationship status. It's complicated. Smart contracts are very complicated. There's all kinds of smart contracts. There's more smart contracts than there are types of relationships, okay? Because some of them, and a lot of them, you can do the research yourself, have a special field, an update field. So you can update the smart contract. You could even kill some smart contracts. So what the hell? I thought this is immutable. I thought it's irreversible. Who owns the smart contract? What address owns the smart contract? In the case of CryptoKitties, unlike Rare Pepes, a company owns the smart contract to create them. The worst case, I'm not saying they want to. I like CryptoKitties, but they're not as decentral as you think. Yeah? Not only according to the SEC, which we don't know, but let's just say, for example, the SEC or the CFTC said, hey, CryptoKitties are a security. The people bought them to speculate on them only. Let's just say, I'm not a lawyer, okay? But let's just say, then they would go to that company and say, hey, freeze that contract maybe. Don't issue any more. You can't breed anymore because you can breed the CryptoKitties. You can't breed them, and that's it. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying that why are we using blockchain? We're using blockchain because we want to have freedom. We want to be able to do what we want, right? We don't want to have the possibility of a company saying, I'm going to stop it now, I'm going to reverse what already happened. It should be sovereign artwork. It should be something that's irreversible. So it's just something to think about. Also, there's other things with Ethereum. They talk about governance. This is a really weird one, kill dust accounts, where they're talking about, it's not that they're going to do it, but there's just even the discussion about it in that community that they might want to kill dust accounts. It's crazy. And since we're short on time, I won't tell you what dust accounts are. You have to look it up. Ask Tidwell what dust accounts are. Okay, and here's another project, CryptoPunks, also on Ethereum. Actually, I put it in there because I like CryptoPunks. It's a cool project. It's different. They made all the CryptoPunks first. They made all of these, and there's only there's 10 with a pipe. There's 20 alien CryptoPunks, and you can collect them. But, as an example of what can happen, the bug. And then we discovered a horrific bug. The sales were assigning the price paid to the buyer, not the seller. Whoops. What'd they do? Well, it's not decentral. They just controlled it, and they said, whoop, we're just going to redo this thing. Of course, the community supported it, okay? So it was not such a big deal because obviously that's a mess up. But they just had to redo the whole thing without getting in technical. Okay, and now it's time to present Bitcoins. Yes, last time you were here, probably you saw Dan Anderson do it, so I won't tell so much time on it, but I love Bitcoins. Bitcoins is really cool. And here's my farm. This is the Eggplant Casino, the only Bitcoins farm with a craps table. So, that's important. So on Bitcoins, if you have, so I know your mind's blown, right, already. So, it's a game on Bitcoin, and if you have 0.1 Bitcoin, then you can claim a piece of land on the earth, and you have the right to have a farm. Bitcoins.com/the Bitcoin address where the token is located. And here is an example of some of the farms that are claimed so far. Mine is on Ocracoke Island. I've claimed the complete Ocracoke Island of North Carolina. So, Here's an example of what you need to do. You need to sign your address in the counterparty wallet, which is very user-friendly, and it's great, and it's a really good learning process, and everyone should do it. And we're going to go through some of the farms. Aztecs Ranch, Coin Farm, True Corn. Here's Aztecs Ranch. Watch out. Trespassers will be shot. Boom. This is what it looks like. So you say, what the hell? What is this? Who cares? Okay, so basically, at the website bitcorns.com, I can upload artwork. But I have an address, bitcorns.com/my Bitcoin address. And if I sign cryptographically a message that says I control this address, only then can I upload this at that address. And at that farm, it shows how many crops I have. Or you could this is another farm, True Corn. Or there's another farm, my tractor costs more than your Lambo. That's a good farm. And of course, that's not all, because you couldn't just stop there. Of course, there needs to be collectible cards within the game, because it's not enough just to have your farm, right? So, of course, if you have a farm and it's called Bitcoins, well, maybe you need a Lambo garage, right? Or maybe you'd like to have a helipad on your farm, right? So if you want to have that, then you need to buy the token helipad, and then it shows that you have the helipad at your farm, right? And you can collect them, you can buy and sell them, etc. And, of course, there's auctions for these collectible cards. And here's an example of one in the chat. Right now, Yacht Doc is being auctioned in the chat for Bitcoins. And you can see it on YouTube, and I happen to be the auctioneer. And here's some more. BitConnect. And of course, very importantly, Theos. Now, you might notice my name is Theo. So we have Theos. Theos. It's kind of like EOS, but it's better. It scales all co-ops in the game. It's flexible, it's usable. It's the most cherished asset in Bitcoins, and it's better than gold. Theos. Check it out, theos.gallery. Totally for charity. So, hey, but Theo, these memes exist long before there were tokens. How did this all start? This is where I shill artists that have done a lot in the crypto meme world, and probably without them, some of this might not have happened. So up there, the Job of the Hut, that's from @JimBTC on Twitter. He makes a lot of GIFs. His GIFs are so good that people copy the GIFs and try to cut his little watermark out. He's not in the token thing yet, but you should definitely check him out. Clay. Clay is really important because this guy made the sticker packs on Telegram long before 2015, way before anyone had the idea to tokenize these pictures. And without it, I don't think that Rare Pepe and some of the crypto stickers would be popular. You can check out the amount of downloads that Telegram has for this sticker packs. It's crazy. And there's another one, Bitcoin Art Gallery, bitcoinartgallery.com. Check it out. Cataloged since, I think, 2013. Any kind of artwork having to do with crypto. Really good site. So check those guys out. And sometimes there's stickers like this. Okay, and now it's time for the big shill. Okay, you can check out theogoodman.com. And that's not enough. You can also check out medium.com/@TheoG_. You can also check out twitter.com/TheoG_. Definitely check out bitcorns.com. Definitely check out rarepepewallet.com. And definitely check out rarepepedirectory.com. And that's all. Thank you very much. Any questions? Sure, yes. With the addresses, the big shill, it's coming again, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Yes, take pictures. Yes. Yes, ask question. So why are we going to use blockchain for self-driving cars? Are we going to use blockchain for pictures of cats and frogs? What do you think? Are we going to drive adoption from making tokens out of frogs or supply chain management? Okay. Also, if you want to see me and Tidwell in action, you can check out the short film on YouTube, Bitcoin Car Talk. And Tidwell is in a few episodes, and I'm in a few episodes, and we're in some episodes together, too. And you can see me slam him into his trunk under the Bitcoin embassy in the parking deck. No joke. Check that out.
Hey, wait, Mikey.
Yeah. How does Mike in Space monetize effectively?
He's asking, Mike in Space is the guy that makes Bitcoin Car Talk, which I have not presented. How does he monetize? He doesn't. Boom. It's just about reputation. Yes.
I have a very serious question.
Yes.
Did Rare Pepe coin on Counterparty actually break up Bitcoin Unlimited or Bitcoin Uncensored?
Yes. Yes, it did. So yeah, because we're limited in time, of course. So, okay. So we're going to go deep in 30 seconds. So the frog is symbolic in many cultures. And in ancient Egyptian culture, there is a frog god called Kek, K-E-K, which is also, and it is the god of the unknown. Okay, but it's the unknown, the darkness, the truth, the unknown truth in a way. And that manifested itself in this project of the Rare Pepe project in the sense that it brought the truth to manifestation, and it broke up a Telegram chat, it broke up a podcast, and it made a lot of other people butthurt too. But the truth came out.
Coin Dojo, no more. I have a question for you, Theo. Why would someone make tokenized art on Ethereum versus Counterparty? So, what would make someone choose one over the other?
Sure. That's a very good question. I think the first answer is because if you tokenize your artwork on Ethereum, then you can go visit Consent System and shill it, and then maybe they give you a bunch of money. That's one reason. And the other reason is that MetaMask makes it pretty easy for people to make apps. So if anyone knows that wallet, which just got delisted from Chrome, quote, hashtag decentral, but it's okay. But you can still download it from GitHub, I heard. So, and that's probably the main, it's easy. And actually, you know what? I've talked to a lot of people about this. It's not about technicals. It's subjective. It's just like artwork. You're like, what are you going to use? Well, I'm down with Ethereum. I don't like the Bitcoin people as much. I'm going to use Ethereum. And it's artwork, so it's totally subjective. It could be the worst technical blockchain ever. It doesn't matter. It's art stuff. So I think it's totally subjective to the artist. If they identify with Bitcoin, they maybe use Bitcoin. If they identify with Ethereum, they use Ethereum. It doesn't even matter the technicals. Yes?
Just curious, is this affiliated in any way with Memetic or Pepe Coin that's listed, like on Bittrex?
Yeah, so just disclaimer. So there's more than one Pepe Coin. One of them is on Trex, is with the ticker meme. That is not Pepe Cash. Pepe Cash is listed on a small exchange called Tux Exchange, and it's also listed on the decentralized counterparty exchange. So it's listed on a Japanese exchange called ZAF, I think you pronounce it. So it's on Tux Exchange, ZAF, and Decentralized Exchange. Yes.
I have another question for you, Theo.
Yes, I'll accept it.
Big
5
fan
Bitcoin
over here.
Fee.
What do you think about people taking real art, physical art, and trying to tokenize that on either Ethereum or Bitcoin?
That's a good question, but I'd need another 30 minutes to answer it, so I will use up our time so you get in trouble. No, I'm just joking. So basically, if you want to do physical artwork, you have to think of other problems to solve. Because how do it's similar, you can do it, but you still have the issue that we experienced with Rare Pepe. That whole project is, so we had a foundation of a group of scientists, the curators, and you showed us your artwork, and we thought the artwork was good. We looked at the token, and then we said, this token belongs to this artwork. Because if it doesn't, then anyone could say, no, you're wrong. I made that artwork. And who's going to prove what's the right one, right? So you need a curator or a third party to say, this token belongs to this artwork. And with the physical one, you're going to need that too. Because someone could just create a token and say, hey, no, that's wrong. I made it. Here's the token. I made a blockchain token too, around the same time you made one. So then you have a dispute. And so you could use Tyrion. What's the right way to say it? Tyrion.
Tyrion.
I like the Tyrion. I'm on the Tyrion.
All right. Now in the U.S., what IRS regulatory regime is applied to this class?
I have no idea. But I would say that
Is there
Rare
something
Pepes
called
are like collecting
collectibles?
baseball cards or stickers. So the card ones, I'm not a lawyer, yeah? And it probably has, as far as IRS, it depends on if you made a capital gain, right? Or some other kind of gain on it, or if you're the artist and you worked and you gained income from that work, then those are all different questions you'd have to ask your tax advisor, not me. But it's a good question, yes.
What are you doing about people using photos that may have a license restriction on them, like
Yes.
stock photos or something like that?
Sure. So in the case of the Rare Pepe Foundation and how we did it, yeah, like I said, you submitted your artwork and we just had to check what we thought. And when we thought it's obviously, a copy of something, then we wouldn't accept it in our directory. And the people hosting those websites with those images were like, no way, I'm going to show this image, regardless of its copyright or whatever. So that's how we did it. That is a thing, if it gets, it's kind of like sampling. If it gets kind of close, then you're going to have to talk to a lawyer about it.
Thank you so much, Theo, for
Thank
coming
you.
on such short notice. Thank you so
problem.
much.